Today let's make focaccia bread.
Four cups of flour,
1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of yeast, and I am going to use some warm water with some salt in it, and I'm going to add like a teaspoon and a half of salt, and I'm going to sieve all the other ingredients, and then we are going to add our salted water to the flour. And I'm going to add some whole wheat. Now this isn't something that you would normally see with a focaccia bread, but I wanted a little wheat in my bread, so I am going to add that. I just add half cup though, so 4 cups of flour I'm using, right? And about a cup and a half of water is what I would eventually use, because you want a very moist dough to work with, okay? So I'm going to knead this in, bring everything together, and we're going to have a very sticky consistency. So this is the consistency, and as you see, I didn't add oil. So now,
so at this point you would want to put in 2 tablespoons of oil. I am using 2 tablespoons of the oil that I made yesterday, the garlic confit. So this is the dough. You could knead it, you could put in the oil while kneading the flour, but I don't. I would put in the oil afterwards. So I'm just going to put 2 tablespoons of this oil. 1. So you'll get that nice garlicky taste. And I'm just going to squish it in like this, and then I'm going to transfer it to another pan and fold it. So now let's transfer it. Okay, so before I put it into the pan, I want to show you what I'm not going to knead this flour. We're going to do some folding. We're going to go in a circular motion. We're going to pull on the dough until it resists and bring it forward until we go right or wrong. We're going to do that 3 times. Pull on the dough until it's resisting and bring it forward. So I make a full circle, and I'm going to do it again. Doing this 3 times, and then I'm going to put it in the pan, cover it, and put it in the fridge overnight for it to ferment a little bit. Now you don't need to do this. You could just do this like 3 hours, and you could make your bread. Alright, one more time. Alright, let's transfer.
so the following day, we take it out of the fridge. Then I am going to place it into my buttered dish, and I am just going to press it down. I'm going to more details about the process, because this is a very long process. It wasn't just from folding it to the bread pan, because there was like, you do it at 3 different times, 3 sets of folding at 3 different times, then you put it to rest, and then you put it in the pan. And after I put it in the pan to rest for 40 minutes, I am now going to use some water, like I'm about to show you. I'm going to put my fingers in some water, and I am going to just make some dents, not to go down to burst the air pockets that is developed in the flour, but just enough to create a little pattern, that dent pattern in the dough. And when we're done doing that, we are going to add some freshly picked rosemary and the garlic confit that I made. And if you didn't see that video, I'll leave that link in the comment section and in the end screen. or in the cards, but it would most definitely be in the comment section. So again, you need the flour, you fold it in. You don't need, you just fold it in, and you want to do that motion for about 3 different times. Then put it in the pan, leave it overnight to ferment. And when you put that in the pan, you want to let that rest, and then you're going to make all those grooves. As you can see, I added some of the garlic and the oil. Adding the garlic and oil is very important. And I will let that rest, put that in the oven, and in 40 minutes I had my bread. It was really delicious, full of flavor. You could also add some salt on the surface before putting in the oven and bake at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. And check out my Confit recipe and other bread recipes.